Hey everyone, Jeff Rowe here, and I thought I'd do something different today. I recently got into the Disney collectible card game Lorcana, which is a little bit like Magic, just maybe a little bit simplified, less complicated, definitely less cards. And I've been having a good time with it so far. I've been building up my collection, and the other day I picked up a couple packs, and I thought it might be a fun experiment to go ahead and make a video about those openings and see what happens. I hope you guys enjoy it. All right, so let's get to opening. We're gonna start, I've got 2 first chapter packs, and I've got 4 packs from the second chapter, Rise of the Floodborn. And we're gonna see what we find, and hopefully we'll pull something good. Hopefully we'll find an enchanted, but I don't hold those odds very high. So let's get started. We'll start with the first chapter. Got a Jasmine, not bad. Elsa's always good. Control your temper. Maleficent. She can be a fun character to play in this game. Same with Tinkerbell. She's good. That's a decent card. And we're looking at these are the common symbol. So we're pulling common cards right now. That symbol is an uncommon, which is the next step up. Jasper is not a bad card. Got Aurora. Goofy. He's a bodyguard card. Those are nice because your opponents will have to challenge bodyguards before they can challenge other characters. So if you put something good in there that you need to keep safe, that's how you would do it. And we have our first rare card, Flotsam card. I do believe I've got this one already. We've got, I always forget the last 2 level name, but this is the next to the last highest, not including enchanteds. And this is another Aurora card. Your other characters gain a ward. Opponents can't choose them except to challenge. So if you have a removal card, you can't target them with that. And of course, every pack has a foil card, and we've got Stitch, which is a common card. So I probably have this. And then of course, a filler / puzzle piece. So let's do this. We will put the common and uncommons over here. The puzzle piece we're gonna get rid of. That rare. And then that one, and then we'll put foils over here. All right, moving on to the next one. So far, nothing super exciting. Nothing I already have. I've bought booster boxes for each chapter so far, so I've got most of the cards. I'm only missing a few at this point. And in fact, these will probably be the last cards I buy from the first and second chapter, because at this point, it'd be cheaper to buy the ones I'm missing individually, and the chances of finding enchantments are rare, so it's not worth buying more packs if you've got almost the full set. Starting off, more commons, Develop Your Brain. Scar, he's not a bad card for a 4 cost. He's got 5 attack and 3, they call it defense, but it's hit points basically. Healing Glow, remove damage from characters, those are always good. Dr. Facilier, also very good. We've got Horace here, No Good Scoundrel. Break, this is a good card. It always helps to have a item removal card in your arsenal, because items don't go away once you use them. You can use them every round, and some of them can cause great problems if you don't get rid of them. We got a Beast card. I've got a couple of these. This is a decent card. We're still in the uncommons. Captain card. Befuddle. Return chosen character or item with cost 2 or less to their player's hand. That can be beneficial. Get a pesky character off the board for a round or 2. We've got a rare card, Jasmine. Go ahead and put her here. We've got, I believe that's legendary. Might be ultra rare and legendary, but don't quote me on that. I'm sure I'll put a correction up on the screen right now. And then for our foil, we've got Goofy. That's very cool. Videos never really do the foil cards any justice. They can be very pretty. He goes there, and our puzzle piece. Okay, so we're on to the Chapter 2, Rise of the Floodborn. Floodborn is one of the categories of these characters. It's a long story behind the game that I won't necessarily get into, but Floodborn is a type of character in the game. And we're going to start off with some commons here. Croquet Mallet, Peter Pan's Dagger, Flynn Rider. He's got some good iterations in here, especially in the green or emerald decks. Basil. With Chapter 2, we get the dwarves, the 7 dwarves, and they kind of augment each other and play off each other. So the more dwarves you can get out on the board, the better they're going to work. I actually have this card in my main deck right now. Banish chosen villain of yours to banish chosen character. Red or Ruby has a lot of removal cards in the set. Remove characters, remove items. There's one action or one song that wipes the entire board of characters. It's insidious. Pick a fight with Wreck-It Ralph. Hey Hey. I love Hey Hey. Another Alan Tudyk masterpiece. We got our first rare here with Alice down the rabbit hole in action. Each player chooses one of their characters and puts them into their inkwell face down and exerted. So what that means basically is your inkwell is how you pay for these characters. Each round you can take one of your cards that is inkable, this one is not, and turn it into ink, at which point it loses any attributes of the card and it just becomes points that you use to play cards. In this case, you would need to have 4 ink available to play this card. And then you choose one of the opponent's characters and put them into their inkwell face down and exerted. So you're taking one of their characters off the board, but you are giving them 1 extra ink to play with. And the fact that it says exerted just means that they can't use it this round. But next round, they'll have access to that extra ink. So it gets the character off the board, but it does give your opponent a little advantage. Usually it's worth getting the character off the board. And she's a rare, so she'll go here. We've got Honest John, not that honest. I don't know if I have this card. This doesn't look familiar. So I'll have to check on that. He's rare. And then we've got our foil, which is also a rare, so that's nice. Gruesome and Grim. This card doesn't look familiar. If I have this, I probably only have 1 copy. You can play a character with cost 4 or less for free, and they gain rush, which means they can challenge as soon as they're played, which is handy. So the foil is going to go here. All right, on to the last 3. We'll try not to make this video too long. And sometimes these packs are tricky to get into. There we go. Okay, another Ruby card, Go the Distance. Ratigan, it's a decent card. Winnie the Pooh, Honey Wizard. This is something that you would play out on the board to go for lore, which is how you win the game. You get 20 of these, and its stats are pretty, baseline. He costs 5 to play. He has 5 attack and 5 defense, or 5 hit points. Oops, he goes here. Felicia, Queen of Hearts, Not bad. Prince Naveen, I have a lot of this card. This will probably be given to my brother-in-law. Nana, darling family pet. I'm sure I have this card, but it doesn't look familiar. Whenever you play a Floodborn character, you may remove all damage from chosen character. That's not bad. I don't have an Amber deck at the moment, so I'm gonna remember this card. You can fly, a song card, which is a special kind of action card that you can play. Eli LaBeouf from The Princess and the Frog. Just saw that actually for the first time a few weeks ago. We've got a rare card here, Prince John. Whenever your opponent discards one or more cards, you may draw a card for each card discarded. Now, this I do actually need in my deck, so I'm glad this card came up. I need a few copies of him to make the discard deck I'm playing with more viable. And he also has Ward. His stats aren't that great. He does quest for 2 points though, which is not bad. But whenever an opponent discards one of their cards, I get to draw a card. So that's handy. He's rare. We've got a rare Madam Mim. Madam Mim is an Amethyst card, which is, in the current game, a good ink color that utilizes a lot of bounce mechanics. Getting characters from the board back into your hand, vice versa, giving you lore and removing damage, among other things. This is a decent card, and it is rare. Oh, that was our foil? It was not our foil. Oh, there's our foil. Somehow it fell into the pile. Duke Weaselton. I believe I have this one. It is a common, but he goes there. Okay, final two. Rabbit, no special abilities, 5 cost, 2 lore, 4/6. Not a bad card. Common. Piglet, everyone's favorite. Merlin Squirrel. When you play this character and when he leaves play, look at the top card of your deck. Put it on either the top or the bottom of your deck. So it gives you a little advance warning about what card is coming. Buon, I think I'm pronouncing that right. Probably not. We'll see. We got an Arthur. This is a decent card. Cinderella. When you play this character, you may draw a card, then choose and discard a card. So that could definitely come in handy if you're looking for specific cards in your deck. We have an uncommon blue fairy. Sword in the Stone. Pacha. We've got Kronk as our rare. He looks like a relatively decent card. He's a rare. We've got a beast here. Whenever an opposing character is damaged, you may ready this character. So in other words, you can do one of 3 things with your character. You can quest for the 2 points, you can challenge or attack another character, or you can sing a song with this character. Singing songs are a specific type of action, which all 3 of those things would exert the card or force it to go sideways, meaning that it's out of play. This card, if you damage opposing characters, would allow you to go back to the ready, and you could do one of those 3 things again. Very handy. And that is a legendary. And our foil is Last Cannon. This is a handy card to have. 1 cost, and your chosen character gets Challenger +3, meaning they get +3 to their attack score. Can be very handy. All right, last pack. Probably for a while. Of course, when Chapter 3 comes out late February, I'll be getting a box of those cards. And depending on how this video does, we might actually maybe live stream it even if there's a demand. If not, I'll probably film if not all of it, some of it. So here we got, start off with Rhea. This is a decent card. A lot of Ruby cards are fairly powerful. It's a good deck to start with if you're new to card games. We're getting to see the nice distribution curve in the cards also. Legend of the Sword and the Stone. Ray, this is a decent card. He only costs 5. He's evasive, meaning only other evasive characters can challenge him, and he has 3 lore, so this is a very useful card. His stats aren't that great. He can be taken out fairly easy, but you quest with him a few times, and you're going to hit that 20-point mark pretty quick. Popsicle. I've definitely got a few of these cards, so this will probably be going to my brother-in-law Kyle as well. Popsicles came along with Chapter 2 and basically spawned a deck type out of this card. Decks built around this item and the 2 or 3 characters that can take advantage of this item. It's a lot of fun combos. It could be a great deck if you're just starting off, but like with a lot of these decks, if you don't get the cards you need, it can be kind of a burden. Painting the Roses red, definitely have a few of those. Tiana, Diligent Waitress. She's a 1 cost, so stats are just okay. Most Diabolical Scheme. Jafar Dreadnought. I actually have a couple of these. He's in my current deck or this card is in my current deck as well. Bell Bookworm. Our rare card is Winnie the Pooh. Whenever this character quests, in other words, gets points, you may put a card from your hand into your inkwell face down. So every time this character quests for these 2 points here, you can put one of your cards from your hand into your ink, giving you more points to spend the next round. We have the Sorcerer's Spellbook. This is one I was talking about earlier. This is an item that can ruin your day. When you use this card, exert it, you gain 1 lore. So one of those points that you're trying to get 20 of to win the game. And since it's an item, you can do this every round. Using this card does not destroy it. It only gets removed if another character removes it. So each round, this thing will give you an extra lore. And it looks like our foil is the Queen. This is a common, so I think I probably have it as a foil, but I'm not sure. We're going to put everything into the database after this, and that way we can keep track of what we got. So this is the rarity curve that I mentioned. Gives you a little idea of what kind of rare and super rare cards you're getting out of packs. So the commons and uncommons, no surprise, that's why they're commons and uncommons. There's a lot of them. Our rares, we didn't do too bad. There should be at least 1 rare per pack, so we're good there. The next level up, we only got 1. And then the top level, minus enchanted cards, we got 2 of, so not too bad. We did not get any enchanted cards, sadly. I've read that those statistics are basically 1 per case of booster boxes. And I believe there's 24 to 48 boxes in a case, but I don't know that for sure. So the chances of getting an enchanted are quite rare. So we have pulled 1 enchanted. When the game first came out, I bought Kristen and I both starter decks, and the starter decks include a 60 card preset deck that you can start playing with immediately. It also includes 1 booster pack, the type of which we just opened 6 of. Kristen, in her booster pack, pulled an enchanted, which is crazy odds. So we put it in a nice rigid card holder, and we're gonna just go ahead and keep it around for a while. But that's the video, folks. If you stuck with me through the end, I appreciate that. And we will see what happens with this video. If it warrants a follow-up, I'll be happy to do so. But if not, Thank you very much for watching. I'd appreciate it if you left a comment letting me know if you have a favorite card, which one it is, and I'd like everyone out there to have a great day.